Well, we've got such a busy show today. We've got so many people calling in. We haven't got too long. Pauline's on the line. Pauline, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Pauline. Thanks for getting in touch. Pauline, what is it you wanted to ask?
I mean, I've had regular back pain for the last 5 years. I feel it's got worse. I was born with a weakness in my left leg, and after having my first child, started a new job, I was getting hip pain, and I was never bothered with a bad back. But as the years gone on, I found out I've got spina bifida occulta, and it was always my left leg. But in the last 5 years, I have had really bad back pain, and I feel it is getting worse. I've been for physio over the years. I've been to an osteopath, and I don't know where to go from here. Will it get worse the older I get? I just don't know.
John?
So spina bifida occulta is interesting. If I can show you on this model, the spine has an arch of bone at the back, and as you probably know, Paul, in the back normally should come all the way around. The spine should join at the back, but in spina bifida occulta, one or other of these bones is deficient. That doesn't on its own cause problems with the nerves or with the leg, but what it does do is change the way the muscles are attached to the back. And of course, everything with your spine is about muscular support and having good support for the areas that take all the load. You mentioned having babies, and of course that puts an extra strain on the back and weakens some of the ligaments as well. And so when you have spina bifida occulta, especially if it has caused a problem with your neurological functions in the past, it can be aggravated by being pregnant or indeed any other lifting, carrying type of duties. The treatment for it, firstly, is to try and make the most of the muscles you've got. So regular exercise is critically important. Often actually done in water is a good way of achieving it, because of course when you're in water, 75% of the load is off the back if you're in chest-deep water. So you're not going to damage the back, and yet you're managing to use the muscles effectively against the resistance.
And what are the best exercises for that?
So oddly enough, one of the best ones is to have a float, the sort of noodle float that you hold slightly under the water, and doing a straight leg walk through the water. And the actual exercise...
Like a rigid leg?
Rigid legs. The exercise itself is keeping the chest, abdomen and pelvis, the whole of the trunk, rigid and stiff. And that fires up the so-called core muscles, which are a good way of protecting you. If the problems persist or worsen, as it sounds like they may have done for you, then there are other things you can introduce. Injections can sometimes help to calm down inflammation if it's a persistent problem. Last resort might be surgical treatment, but it would be unusual to need that.
Well, Pauline, listen, we hope that's given you some advice. Thank you so much for getting in touch.